It's hard to have your dreams and chase them, but also live for now. That's why I like Buddhist philosophy. They say anytime you suffer, it's because you're wishing you did something different in the past, or you're worried about doing something in the future.
How do I turn it into something that I can share with people? A lot of artistry is channeling whatever that deficit is. They're digging into that and they're putting that out there. Just by being a musician, you fit the archetype of the person that's going to be lost in that.
Right. Damn it, bro. That's so true, bro.
Yeah.
Lose Radio.
I try to appreciate things right now. You know, I always just try to remind myself, because even I'm just thinking about last summer in 2022 was such a great summer. I was in Colorado making a lot of money, and all my friends were there. We were all working. I got all my friends to come work this job with me. And we were just having a blast out there. Like, it was just so fun, right? I'm looking back at it like, damn, that was so fun. Like, I miss it, you know what I'm saying? So this summer, what's going on right now, like all the good things that are happening in my life right now, I'm really, truly trying to appreciate them right now. Yeah. So next year, I don't look back and think, oh, damn, I wish I could go back. Like, no, it's good. I was there. I lived it, you know?
You're present.
Right, yeah. And that's usually what it is when I am like, oh, fuck, I wish I could go back. It's because I didn't appreciate it at the time. Mm-hmm. So it makes me want to go back. If I can appreciate it now, then I can be content with it, you know, time moving forward and it happening. Like, that was fun, period. Like, I don't need to go back. Like, it's just, that was fun.
Such an easy thing to say, but such a hard thing to do.
Yeah, bro. Mm-hmm. It is. Because I know that there's no way you can do it perfectly.
No.
Next year, I'm going to look back at something and be like, damn, I wish I could relive that, you know? It might be this interview. It might be something I do later today. You never really know.
Could be anything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I mean, I've tried to get better with that. There's a great quote from the last episode of The Office that Andy says, where it's, you know, the worst part about the good old times is that you don't know they're over until they're gone.
Mm.
And
yeah, that's so true.
Yeah, and it is so true, man. And it's exactly what you're saying. I mean, I want to go to Chicago. That's my big dream. And I can't get so lost in that I don't enjoy being here right now. Like, I have to constantly remind myself of that. Like, yeah, I do want to move out of here and go somewhere else, but I love doing this. I love being here and having the opportunity to talk to you.
Right.
And that's a blessing. And, like, just to identify with that and this reality and not to get lost in this fantasy land of, like, I heard somebody say that we all have two versions of ourselves, the self that we live and then the unlived self. And I think we really need to stay in that self that we're living in.
Yeah.
And not let that unlived self take over.
Yeah.
Like, of course, you want to have dreams, but like, you can't just let those consume you to the point where you're not looking at your mom when your mom's still alive and just spending time with her and shit. Like, there's so many things. Like, people with careers, you'll hear them talk about, man, like, yeah, I'd love to be more successful, but I got kids. Like, I still spend time with my kids. It's like, they're present. They're being present-minded and knowing, yeah, having a career is great, but I only get to have a kid one time, and I don't want my kid to be 10 years old, and then all of a sudden, I didn't get to be there for any of that, and I don't want my kid to feel like I wasn't there. So you have to have a certain present-mindedness no matter what situation you're approaching. It's very difficult because we all have goals and aspirations, and we all want to ascend beyond our current self. I have to hope that we all want that.
Right. But exactly. You hit it right nail on top of the head. Like, it's hard to do. It's hard to do both, you know? It's hard to have your dreams and chase them, but also live right for now.
Right now, yeah.
Because, like, when you have dreams, really what a dream is looking towards the future. You know, I have a dream that in the future I'm going to be this. So you're already living ahead of yourself.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to kind of bring it back. Like, that's why I like Buddhist philosophy a lot. It's about living just for right now. They say suffering comes from not being here. Anytime you suffer, a lot of times, almost all the time, it's because you're either wishing you did something different in the past, you're living in the past, or you're worried about doing something in the future. So you're living in the future. If you just live right now, like literally this second, you know what I'm saying? I'm not thinking about what I'm going to do later. Then you can fully appreciate what's the environment around you and like the space you're in now. But so it is hard because if you take that literally, then you'll never do anything.
Yeah.
If you take it face value, then you just want to sit in one spot all day and just live in the right now. It's hard to find that medium, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's kind of what my life is about now, is just figuring out how to like manage all that. You know what I mean?
I think one thing that one transition that's occurred in the way that I perceive things is that at this point, I'm so tired of looking at like the way that I work on things, or a project that I have is like, oh, I got to get this project done.
Right.
And then maybe one day I'll be successful and I won't have to fucking do all this shit, and I'll just be able to do part of it.
Yeah.
I can pay people to do the, like, I'm thinking about it like, oh, maybe one day it won't be this bad. It's like, no, I should be enjoying it. I get to do this.
It's great right now.
Yeah, it's great right now.
Yeah.
Like podcasts, for example. I could look at them like, oh my God, like I gotta schedule this whole fucking thing. I have to hope they show up. I gotta set up all these cameras.
Right.
I gotta render this. It's
Yeah.
gonna take me hours and hours and hours and hours for one episode.
Right.
But then it's like, yeah, that's what I signed up for.
Yeah, it's
That's
what I'm trying to do.
It's what I'm trying to do.
Facts.
Why am I fighting with myself?
Yeah.
I chose this.
No cap.
And I'm living outside of the moment when I start talking like
Yeah,
that. Because
yeah.
I'm thinking, oh, well, I'm not going to always have to. No, just accept it. Accept that that's what we're doing right now. And that's cool, man.
Yeah,
that's cool that you're doing that. And other people don't see all that stupid past, future shit either. That's the other part. They only see you right now.
Right, bro. Damn, I didn't even think about that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's true as fuck, too. So it's like you kind of got to match them. It's a lot, bro. Just trying to be a creative person is hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because, I mean, one thing I've observed with comedians in particular is that they're terribly insecure. I think even more insecure than a lot of musicians are, probably because they are playing off of reactions. They need reactions, or else their career doesn't take off.
Yeah.
Whereas a musician is more kind of a cerebral thing. It's still collaborative, and you're still honing a craft, but it's different. And with that being said, I think musicians do have a lot of personal conflict.
Yeah.
You just see a lot of insecurity in comedians in the way that they talk about things, and when they talk about their childhoods, there's always these issues.
Right.
And so for me, it's just it's like this battle between how do I use those experiences, and how do I use that energy and turn it into something that I can share with people? Like, how do I help other people understand what I've gone through? And I think like a lot of artistry and a lot of like comedians, a lot of what they're doing is channeling whatever it was that they didn't, whatever that deficit is, they're digging into that, and then they're putting that out there. I mean, for me, I think I definitely have internal conflict, and that a lot of that plays into my art. I definitely think so.
Right.
So I think that's part of the battle. It's like, not only do you have this past present thing going on, this past present future thing, but you also like inevitably, just by being a musician, you like fit the archetype of the person that's going to be lost in that.
Right.
So you're more lost than everybody else is. Like, and that's why I bring up comedians.
Damn it, bro. That's so true, bro. Like, it's just hard. It's hard hearing it because it's so true.
I know it's true. It fucking drives me nuts every day.
Yeah.
I'm like, I wish I could be these guys. They seem like ignorance is bliss, dude. I wish shit was just simple in my brain. I wish I could just wake up and not give a fuck. But instead, I'm like, damn, bro, why do we breathe though?
Right, yeah.
What? Shut up, Roots.
Ain't nobody gonna tell